Hello and welcome back to the allotment. So today we're in the polytunnel to start with, just having a look at how things have grown. So there's some big changes since we were last in here. Everything bar the runner beans and sweet corn are through in trays. I'm getting a bit concerned about the sweet corn seed now. I think it might be failed again. The lettuces are doing well. Tomatoes are doing very well down here. And the cabbages are just growing like hell, to be fair. So the peas are starting to go over now. The hanging baskets are growing nicely. Lost one or two of the lavenders, unfortunately. They seem to have died, but that's to be expected. And the onions are growing well there. And we've now had about 28 mil of rain this last week here, so things are growing nicely out here as well. All the broad beans are in flower now. There's got several bees buzzing around out here. As you can see, the potatoes are growing extremely well. Hopefully this damp weather will make some of the seeds that haven't come up yet come through in this bit. Carrots, parsnips and then beetroot there. The second early potatoes, then the main crops in here. You see how it's drying out on top now. But here we've got 2 rows of carrots, 3 of beetroot, some spring onions and pickling onions not coming through yet due to the dry. But it's this bit of ground here we're going to look at today. It's now been cleared of leeks and spring cabbages, and it needs rotovating. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. I'm using 2 cameras today. I'm not sure how good the footage of the second one will be, but we will see. That'll be time-lapsed anyway. But everything just growing nicely. One of the 2 chairs the previous incumbent up there left me. And there is our weapon of destruction today. Got an MTD rotavator here. I think it's 6.5 horsepower Briggs & Stratton on it. Very nice rotavator. Had very little use when I bought it second hand. Couldn't afford a new one. It's about 18 inch or 45 centimetre width with 4 transmission options on here. So you've got reverse of the wheels, neutral, forward wheels only, forward wheels reverse tyre direction for hard ground and forward tyre direction for softer ground with forward wheels, and our depth is adjusted on there. It's currently set at 7.5 centimetres for the first pass. Last time I used this it was a bit dry and dusty and started to rain, so it's a bit mucky. We've got throttle up here, swinging handlebars and the operator presence clutch obviously. So we get this thing started now. Very good at starting this is. Put the choke on with some throttle, start straight away every time. Always has started well since I had it. Have to try not to run the garlic over as we cut through here. So we're going to do it 7.5 centimetres to start with. The bit that's parked on them is going to be seeded with grass as a path eventually. So just get the other camera rolling. I'm hoping we can run the tines forwards on here now it's been raining. This has been a job I was needed doing for over a week, but I didn't do it until we'd had some rain on it. So that's so hard. When I dug these leeks out here, there's sort of 30 centimetres of round of soil stuck to them that needed bashing off. So forward time direction, full throttle, and seems to be going alright. It's not chucking me about anyway. First time I'm going to walk on what we've tilled, because we're going to do it twice. So just do it the first time to break the surface and chop the rubbish up. There's no perennial weeds in there, it's all annual, so I'm not too worried about digging them out first. So just a metal bar lying down there I've just picked up. The previous incumbent did have a habit of using metal bars in various places. I'll come to regret throwing that there later, as you'll see. So it doesn't always go in gear first time. Sometimes I have to get it in an earlier one or give it a good knock. You see how well that's chopping the greenery up though. So being very careful not to run on the beetroot in front of us there. I'm bound to tread on them at some point. So there it won't go into gear properly. Really pleased with this machine though. It's done a fantastic job of the seed beds up here. So we take this back home to the garage. Don't leave these up here, obviously. Just run up some ramps onto the back of my Ranger. So when we go over this the second time, we'll swing the handlebars around each time. Glad we can run the tines forwards here because it's hard work with them running backwards. Especially with the size to dig in, you have to ease it out all the time. So we'll get over this once, then we'll quickly drop it in a bit deeper by pulling the pin out on that depth leg in front of us, down the bottom there. Usually go into about 15 centimetres or 5 to 6 inches. So we'll get that turned around again. And we'll just get the depth altered and I'll time lapse this so you can see what's been going on here. Okay, all been done once. We now drop the machine in a bit deeper by lifting the leg up at the back there. The pin was as much trouble as it normally is to get out. Just do this last width here. Now we'll just work our way back across this and you'll see a big difference as we do it this time. So that'll be me just treading on the beetroot. I knew I was going to do it sooner or later. So handlebars to one side now. So it's already dried out what we've done in the short time. Stopped literally 5 minutes putting this in deeper, if that. See how the soil is hazed off. Okay, we'll go over this, then I'll show you the time lapse of doing it from a distance again. The sun is just playing up with that second camera a little bit. See that the back guard there is combing it level. Back guard's always also a bit bent. That happened on the neighbour's allotment when I done that for them. I caught on their raised bed, so I just need to get a big spanner up here and give that a straighten. Twist it. You see where my big feet just happened to miss the beetroot last time. More by luck than judgment. So this is an MTD rotovated. You can also get it in yellow as the Cub Cadet model. It's exactly the same machine, same company. There's variations of it as Husqvarna as well. It's a very similar machine. Very good machine, but nothing like the old Howards used to be. I've not found anything yet this can't handle. It doesn't like stones very much, but none of them do. So you see that's jammed into reverse rotor direction there. To twitch the clutch down and then that'll engage, let you push it forwards. There is still another depth setting on this, but I've never gone in that deep with it. Don't see the need to go in above sort of 5-6 inches at the moment. I wouldn't want to do this if the soil was any wetter here than it is now. I'll probably be putting courgettes, marrows, squashes and that sort of thing in this bit. It was going to be sweet corn, but as the seed isn't doing as it should do, that'll probably go up the other end there with meshes at the moment. Try not to tread on my ridges with the dahlias in there as well. Can't afford one of the bigger BCS type rotovators at the moment, so this one will do the job perfectly for us. At some point it would be nice to get one of them bigger ones with interchangeable tools. So now we've got this rotavator, we've also got an old Barford Atom, the plough and cultivator to use up here, which you may see in a video sooner or later. That one has no reverse gear on those, that takes a bit more manhandling. So we'll just reverse this bit off. It's going to be a bit easier. Try to turn around. The little green bits you can see there, there's used to be raspberry canes there. It's raspberry suckers. You saw the machine launch itself forwards when they hit a hard spot in the soil. There's the odd potato just coming through from the previous tenant as well. This bit is absolutely full of raspberry canes and also some potatoes and rhubarb when I took it on. There's the winter job clearing all this. 7 days ago I could walk on this bit and not leave a mark. It was so baked and hard where we are at the moment. We've got just this bit to finish. We've got another small bit I need to rotovate on there as well, which I'll record. It's going to be a slightly longer video than normal this time, which I hope is okay for everyone. Soon get over this bit. Here, really pulling the engine down doing some of this because it's really soft there. That bit where where that rotovator was just then, there's actually a full-size water butt buried half into the ground there, full of water, which I dug out. Don't ask me why. I also dug a load of mint out of this corner as well, which he'd put in a raised bed. Surprisingly, I've got it all, so nothing has come through. Do this one and one more width. You've seen a few times I've had to give that gear lever a good thump to get that to go in. So one more width down the side here, and we just have to do this end near the beetroot there. Couple of bits of rhubarb I yanked out of here yesterday, what I missed when I dug them up. That was only one bit originally, but the first time I rotovated this 6 or 8 weeks ago I hit it and chopped into multiple bits. I really don't need any more rhubarb on this allotment. All in, I think we've got about 15 crowns on these 3 allotments. Just ease the throttle back to do this bit, especially as I'm going to be walking backwards. So I can't swing the handlebars to one side here, so I'll have to just leave some footprints in this bit. What I usually do is just walk beneath the depth strike on the back there. Leaves a little bit of a furrow. We'll do 2 widths up here. So just reverse up again. What I'll do is take a half width, just run the wheels down that strike mark the first time. Try not to damage the red onions, the garlic near my feet. As you can see how fine this soil looks on here. It's quite weird because this allotment we're on here, it's a different soil to the one just to the right which has been planted down this end. So what we'll do is we'll just walk this back along here. Just run one along the other end. What I'll do down here is run the tines backwards as well, just to try and loosen it up a bit. You can see scrapping now as it's trying to haul them through the ground. Got the wheels going one way and the tines going the opposite direction. Told you that bit of green bar would come back to haunt us. There's further bits laying down here still by the looks of it. So I'll clear up onto the scrap heap a bit later. So I've got quite a sizable heap of wire netting and everything to go to the rubbish dump once they reopen. So obviously they're closed at the minute due to the virus. Just chisel that along there. Only just do it once. I'll rake it level and seed it as soon as I can get some grass seed from somewhere. Get that round into just forwards. I just got a rotovate between the raspberry canes over here, so I've now weeded them. Okay, so we just walk this round to the raspberries here near the rubbish heap. So I reverse it down between them. When I put these in, the raspberries and blackberries here, to be honest, I left just enough width to get this down between them. It's got raspberries on the left, blackberries on the right, and now blackberries on the left as well. You see me bending down for there as one of the blackberries has touched the ground and it's actually rooted a sucker off it, so just uprooted that, so I'll pop that on in a little while. You'll see that when we show you the time lapse bit of this one. So I'll pop that on and we'll do that. So I'm running the tines forwards here just to chop the rubbish up. It's a lot wetter here than it is on the rest of the allotment. It's funny soil on this end. So the other side of the shed is quite sandy, but here that's more clayey. So just go over it a second time just to make sure we minced all the weeds up. Again, only annual weeds in here. Long-term plan is to grass this. See the rhubarb patch there on the left and the row of strawberries under the black fleece. So these are a lot finer doing it twice. I've made it much narrower in here. It should be about one width of the lawnmower as well when we do that, once it's been grassed. So that's one done. We just do the ones between the blackberries and the gooseberries on the right here. All these gooseberry bushes were moved from where the greenhouse is now. That's their original location. Not going to try and get between them and the fence because I think that's asking for trouble. There's lots of wire and all sorts down there. So I'm running the rotors backwards here. You see how it's scrapping, but it's starting to drag the weeds up in front of the guard now. There's too much getting there now, so we'll have to just stop. It just isn't going to take them. You see it come with back the wheels. Let's reverse up, and we'll run it in forwards over the rest of it. Let's just reverse up and have another go at that. Just get it looking better. And that's it for the rotovating for today. I'll show you the other camera angle of doing this. Certainly will want a smaller engine on this thing. So it really does work for doing that. Okay, so all done now. See how much better this looks here. It's already hazed off. It's literally the time that's taken us to rotovate between the raspberry cones that's gone like this, on blackberries, etc. Just looking really nice and green up here now after the rain, apart from these onions which are starting to bolt for some reason. Never seem to have much luck with red onions. Stuff is coming well in here now. Apart from sweet corn again, we've got 1 or 2 leeks through, cabbages, the bush cucumbers now coming through there. Still got a white sprouting broccoli under the netting there to keep the pests off, mostly pigeons. Rapidly growing gladioli there. You can see the completely different looking soil here. It just looks a lot tidier. Didn't want to do between the strawberries and the blackberries, so use that as a track. You see the little gooseberries coming on here now. So I wasn't sure if they'd survive because I moved them a bit earlier than you're supposed to. So late September, early October, but due to the wet winter they did. That's what I pulled out there. So that's just laid on the ground, that's actually rooted. So we've now got an extra blackberry bush to put in. Had a little while up here yesterday as well. Well, this is recorded Saturday, be Friday. Doing some bits. So what we done here up here Friday was this first row of peas what the pigeons decimated. I actually patched them in. You can see where the soil is hazed off there. So they were on with peas. We've now got some Hurst green shaft mixed in with them just to fill the gaps, and I've still got to do the other row. Got to weed this before we put the runner beans in. We're going to see how the green's grown in the tunnel. But that's where I'm going to leave this video. So for now I'll say thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Goodbye for now.